Hello students and welcome back. I hope you must have completed the exercise. Few questions we have discussed in our previous video. Today we will be discussing remaining questions of our chapter 1. Remaining questions of exercise we will be discussing, and then we will be starting with one of the important lesson, that is next lesson, which is related with ourselves, which is related with nutrition of animals. So before starting chapter 2, we will complete our remaining discussion of the exercise of chapter 1. So let's start. The last question which we have discussed, it was question 5, that is you have to show with the help of sketch that the plants are the ultimate source of food. So you have to draw a diagram of plant, then you have to draw the different herbivore animals, any herbivore animal you can draw, and you have to give an arrow, you have to show that herbivore is eating the plant, and then next is carnivore. Carnivore is eating herbivore, herbivore is eating plant. So what does this sketch will tell us? That herbivore is eating the grass or plants, and the plant is preparing the food with the help of all these materials, and then that herbivore is eaten by carnivore. So what it indicates? Carnivore is dependent on herbivore, herbivore is dependent on producers or the plants. Means ultimately means directly or indirectly, the last living organism, that is carnivore, is also indirectly dependent on plants. If plants are not there, herbivore will not be there, and if herbivores will not be there, what carnivores will eat. Okay, so the next question I will be showing to you. The next is fill in the blanks. Here the first fill in the blank. Green plants are called dash since they synthesize their own food. What is the answer? Green plants are called autotrophs. Autotrophic means self-nutrition. They prepare their food by themselves. The food synthesized by the plants is stored as, second fill in the blank. The food synthesized by the plant is stored as what? Starch. Right? Plant prepares food. Means what? Plant is preparing glucose in the process of photosynthesis, and then that glucose is stored in the form of starch. Like we store mango in the form of mango pickle. Correct? So here in plants, glucose is stored in the form of starch. All the glucose units combined with each other. The link, the chain of glucose is starch. Right? This we have discussed. So the answer of second is starch. See, you all have to write this. If you have written, you have to check it whether your answer is correct or wrong. See, in photosynthesis, solar energy is captured by the pigment called as what? Very important. Chlorophyll. During photosynthesis, plants taking dash and release dash. What plant taking? Oxygen or carbon dioxide? Carbon dioxide. They take in carbon dioxide. So during photosynthesis, plant taking carbon dioxide, that is CO2. CO2 is the chemical formula, the symbol of carbon dioxide, and release, which gas they release? Oxygen. Correct? So let's move ahead. These are the answers what we have discussed. Same answers are there. You can see all these are the answers of filling the blanks what we have discussed. Let's move ahead. The next question is name the following. Which parasitic plant? Yes, Cuscuta. Second, a plant that has both autotrophic and heterotrophic mode of nutrition. Which plant has both? The plant which is having chlorophyll also, but it is also heterotrophic in some or other way. What is that? One type of insectivore plant it is. Yes, it is pitcher plant. Not picture, pitcher plant. Third, the pores through which leaves exchange gases. The pores through which leaves exchange gases. What are these pores? Pores means holes. Like sponge have holes. Okay, or bread have some holes. Right? That holes are called as pores. So, what we call to the pores on the leaves which perform exchange of gases. Carbon dioxide goes in, oxygen goes out. Yes, you are correct. Stomata. Right? So let us see the answers. Cuscuta, pitcher plant. Here are the answers. You can see. I hope you are checking up your answers and also writing it. Next question is, take the correct answer. Amarvale is an example of. Amarvale is name of another name of Cuscuta. It's a local name. Amarvale. So Amarvale is an example of what? Autotroph, parasite, saprotroph or host? Yes, parasite. Amarvale is nothing but another name of Cuscuta. Okay, so the correct option is parasite. This one. Then next, the plant which traps and feeds on insect is. The correct answer? Yes, pitcher plant. Then the next. So here are the answers. The next question is, match the following. Chlorophyll. So here column 1, column 2, chlorophyll. What is the answer? What is the correct match for chlorophyll? Bacteria, heterotroph, pitcher plant or leaf or parasite? Yes. Chlorophyll is with leaf. Chlorophyll is present in the leaf. Nitrogen. What is the answer for nitrogen? Nitrogen is fixed with the help of bacteria. So nitrogen with bacteria. Okay. Amarvale is what? A parasite. It is a heterotroph, but specifically parasite. Heterotroph option is there, but some other things are there. Okay, in column 1. So Amarvale, parasite. Animals, heterotroph. Okay, animals, heterotroph. Insects, pitcher plant. Pitcher plant traps the insect. Okay, let us see the answers. So we are correct. Next is match the following. Carbon dioxide. Next is true or false. So here carbon dioxide is released during photosynthesis. Carbon dioxide is released during photosynthesis? No, it's false. It's F, false. Plants which synthesize their food are called saprotrophs. Is it correct? The plant which synthesize their own food? No. It's also false. Third, the product of photosynthesis is not a protein. The product of photosynthesis is not a protein. Yes. The product of photosynthesis is carbohydrate. Right? Glucose is synthesized during the process of photosynthesis. And what is glucose? Glucose is a type of carbohydrate. In class 6, if you remember, in class 6, we have learned different types of nutrients, carbohydrates, proteins, fats, minerals, vitamins, right? So in photosynthesis, glucose is produced and glucose is nothing but carbohydrate. So here it is written, the product of photosynthesis is not word is given. If not word, if we remove not word, then it could be false. But because of not, it is true. The product of photosynthesis is not a protein. Yes, it is correct. So true. Fourth, solar energy is converted into chemical energy So it is also true. In photosynthesis, light energy from sun is converted into chemical energy, and where that chemical energy is stored? In the form of starch or glucose. Okay, let's move on to the next. So here, the question number 11, choose the correct option. Which part of the plant takes in carbon dioxide from the air for photosynthesis? Which part it is? Stomata. Okay, correct option is second, stomata. Then question number 2, choose the correct option from the following. Again, plants take carbon dioxide from the atmosphere mainly through their leaves. So here we are at the end. There is one more question in some textbook. It is question number 13. So you will be solving that question. Question number 13 is there in your textbook. Okay. So this is all about chapter 1. I got some calls from some students asking their doubts. Then they were happy to resolve their doubts. So if you have any doubts, in my first video I have given my contact number. You can talk to me, and if you have any doubts, you can clear it with over the phone or through Gmail. Okay, now let us start. Here I brought two things. Afterwards again I will be describing it why I have brought. So these are what? These are real species which we call as specimen of living organisms. That is, these are plants or animals. What it is? These are kinds of animals, right? They live in the sea. Here there is no sea water. It is a chemical, formaldehyde. So here these are not live. These are real living organisms, but they are dead. Okay, one is octopus, one is starfish. Now, why I must have brought this for you? Why I am showing to you? What is the reason? Yes, you are correct. We are starting the next chapter, chapter 2, that is nutrition in animals. Chapter 2, right? Nutrition in animals. In first chapter we learn about nutrition of plants. In second we will be learning about nutrition in animals. Here specifically what we have to see, what we will be seeing, mainly we will be discussing about nutrition in humans, nutrition in ruminants, and nutrition of amoeba. Okay, so three different examples of animals we will be seeing: the human being, then ruminants like cows, buffaloes, and from microorganism amoeba. Actually, amoeba is not an animal. Amoeba is not an animal. In the class 9, you will be learning different kinds of animals or plants or living organisms. 5 kingdoms are there. All the living organisms can be divided into 5 kingdoms. But for this 7th class, amoeba is considered as animal, and that's why it is kept in chapter 2. The nutrition of amoeba is kept in chapter 2. So we'll be discussing about humans, about ruminants and amoeba, their nutrition. Also little bit about starfish, also a sea creature, sea animal. Okay, so let's start. Nutrition in animals. What is the difference between nutrition in animals and nutrition in plants? Can you tell? Can you think? Yes. Nutrition in plants mostly they are autotrophic. Mostly. Some are heterotrophic, some are insectivore, some do symbiosis, right? But animals, they are completely heterotrophic. Completely heterotrophic. All animals, they depend upon other living organisms for the need of food, right? So here, what we will be focusing, what we will be previous chapter, what was our focus? How plants prepare their food. Photosynthesis was important concept which we have learned. Now in this chapter 2, we will be focusing on what are the food of different animals. What are their requirements, their nutrition requirement. Every animal have different kind of nutrition requirement. So what they require as a nutrition, then we will be discussing how they take the food, how you take the food, how you eat the food, your hand or legs. Of course, hands, correct? So there your mode of intake of food. So in nutrition in animal, we will be discussing about the requirement of nutrition of animals, how they take the food, then very important, how they digest and utilize, use for their body. Right? Our main focus on this lesson will be on digestion process. Human digestion we will be discussing mainly mostly. Okay, so let me ask you, what are the nutrient requirement of human being? I told you nutrition in animals, what we will be focusing. So what the first is nutrient requirement. What are the nutrient requirements? What we need? We are eating food. What we are getting from the food? In class 6 you have learned, right? Components of food you have learned. So what are the components of food? Carbohydrates, right? Carbohydrates are there. Then proteins, correct? Then fats, then minerals, then vitamins. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Along with this, we require water and roughage, undigestible material, fibers, okay, which help us to remove the waste from the body. In many times in TV, television, there are advertisements. The biscuit is rich in fiber. So that fiber is not giving any nutrient to us, but it helps to clean our digestive system. Right? It's clean your abdomen, your digestive system, and you feel fresh. But these 5 are the important nutrients which we require. Mainly humans, carbohydrates. I have written in the proper sequence. These 3 are mostly required and maximum we require carbohydrates, which give us. These all 5 nutrients have different function for our body. This gives energy. I am speaking to you. I require energy, correct? So this energy is given by carbohydrates. That is glucose. When you drink, sometimes when you feel tired, when you are playing some games, you drink. You must have seen on television various sportsmen, they drink a kind of water, colorful water. In that, this glucose is there. Simple form of carbohydrate. They get energy, quick, instant energy. We will be discussing that later on. So it gives energy. It builds our body. Okay. Fat is required. Is for it makes a kind of covering below your skin. Fat layer is there, right? Fat is storage of energy when carbohydrate is not there. Like some people do potion, right? Hunger strike. So they don't need food. So what happens? Whatever fat is stored in them, that fat gives them energy. Backup of energy, right? Again, it insulates your body. It keeps you warm. Minerals, vitamins for normal functioning of body, for the growth of your body, for mental health, all these are required. Immunity, okay, for all these are required. So these are some nutrients which we require, we humans, right? And many other animals too. Now, what is happening? There are different modes of nutrition in animal. Different steps are there. We will be discussing that. What are the different steps? Take your example. Nutrition. How your nutrition process. Nutrition is the process. How that nutrition process takes place. First step. What is the first step? Can anyone tell? Can you think? What is the first step? It's ingestion. Injection is different. This ingestion is different. Ingestion is what? Intake of food. You are taking food. The process of taking food in the body is called as ingestion. So, in this manner we take. Correct? So, this is the ingestion. Some take this also. No. So, this is correct. So, this is ingestion. Then what is second? Second is digestion. Very important. Second is digestion. After taking food in the mouth, which step? Second step of nutrition starts. That is nothing but digestion. Right from your mouth till your small intestine, large intestine. This process goes on, digestion. Then, after digestion, the next is absorption. Absorption of digested nutrient. Okay. If your one more thing about digestion, if your digestion is very strong, your immunity will be strong. Nowadays, everyone is discussing about immunity, right? So, on television, you must have seen various advertisements which shows that their tablets, their medicine improves the digestion. Correct? So, after the digestion means what exactly happening? Let me tell you. In digestion, suppose this is a bite of food. These small units are what? These are the complex nutrients. In digestion, what happens? This complex nutrients breaks into smaller pieces, and then these small pieces of nutrients are absorbed. That is absorption. Absorbed by your small intestine. And after absorption, what happens? Fourth step is assimilation. What happens in assimilation? Whatever absorbed nutrients are there, all are transported into the different part of the body, and then they are used. All these absorbed nutrients are used. Use of absorbed nutrients is called as assimilation. And finally, the final fifth step of nutrition in animals is egestion. Eject, exit, right? So that is removal of waste from the body, right? So these are the 5 steps of nutrition in animals. All animals perform these 5 kinds of steps during their nutrition. Correct? So here we have discussed introductory part. Some modes of ingestion will be discussing in the next video. How different animals, how they take the food, like we take with the help of hand, how they take the food, what kind of food they eat, and we will discuss about starfish and octopus, and then we will start about human nutrition, human digestive system. Okay, so for today we'll end. One homework I'll be giving to you. The homework is that you have to find out different ways of intake of food by different animals, like how ant takes the food, how